Professional services firms focus on just one BD and marketing trend this year. It should be radically authentic communication in an age of AI-saturated content. When anyone can spin up endless articles, posts, and decks, the real differentiator is not how much you say, but whether clients believe a real expert is saying it. Clients are already overwhelmed by generic AI-generated slop that all sounds the same and a trust-based business that's dangerous. Anything that feels templated or machine-made subtly undermines confidence in your judgment. The firms that stand out will put human thought leadership and real stories at the center, then use AI behind the scenes to help with the structure, editing, and distribution. That means three things in practice: partners showing up with their own voice and point of view, clear transparency about where you use AI and where humans stay firmly in charge, and outreach that is personalized by technology, but written and owned by the person. The firms that win BD won't be the most automated. They'll be the ones whose use of AI make them feel more human, not less.
If a professional services firm wants to focus on just one thing this year in terms of marketing and BD, it should be moving away from broad marketing and targeting a more relationship-led growth approach. As we've seen through the industry with the expansion of technology, lead generation, and now AI, it's going to be more important than ever to develop stronger relationships with industry, clients, and our people, our colleagues, understanding what each other does as far as their service offering, their skill set, who they know, how you can connect into that. So looking at those around you, the relationships are going to be vital if you want to succeed in the professional services sector in 2026. It's going to be the firms that aren't the loudest by way of content and marketing online. It's going to be the relationships that matter and the ones that are the most connected to their clients and have their finger on the pulse.
I believe many people will say the same thing, which is AI. And that is the buzzword for 2025, and I believe it will go on in 2026 as well. The real challenge and the real question is, what is the value created through the use of AI that we can pass on to our clients? And I think the answer is going to be personalization and precision. Now, if AI can handle repetitive tasks such as data collection, first drafts, and research summaries, then BD teams will gain something more valuable in return, which is margin. Margin to be precise, margin to personalize, and margin to think deeper and more strategically for their clients. Now, what I'm seeing globally is a shift from volume and broad-based marketing towards precisions. So instead of large conferences and events, we can have smaller roundtables with clients. Instead of broad general client newsletters and alerts, we can create specialized channels for our clients. Instead of broad-based campaigns, we can have account-based BD activities. Because our clients expect greater relevance in this day and age. They expect firms to understand their needs better. They expect firms to understand their sectors, their industries better. They expect their firms to understand the pressures and what are some board level concerns that law firms can assist them with. So the firms that win this year will not be the firms that are the loudest. They will not be the firms that create the most content or shouts the loudest, right? They will be the firms that personalize better. They will be the firms that are better aligned with their client needs. They are the firms that are going to be precise in their marketing and to be intentional with the content that they create. So the trend to focus on really this year is to use technology to create internal efficiency and then reinvest that time into deeper and more intentional client engagement programs. Now, because in professional services, our relationships are the ultimate end product, and the smart use of technology is just going to enable us to handle those tasks better.
I do agree that we need to be on top of all of the latest developments around AI, what's happening with our business models, generally the competitive landscape, all of those pieces. But here's my answer. Focus on your team. There's a lot going on in the world. There are a lot of pressures on every level of your team to perform, and you really need to look closely to make sure that they have the right training, the right guardrails, the right guidance, and the right intellectual curiosity to add value across your organizations. I think we are at a tipping point generationally. And what I see with new talent coming in is they work much harder, much faster, much more insightfully than I did 15 years ago when I started in legal. And they need a lot of guidance and thoughtful mentoring and support to really get the most out of the investment that you've made in these folks. People are now very specialized, very differentiated, and that's a good thing. So make sure they've got the training and the skills, the policies, the procedures, the guidance, and the access to you as a leader so you can make sure they are pointed in the right direction, they are adding value, and that collectively you are achieving your strategic goals.